Hello and welcome to the Cardinal Sports Network. Today, spring sports season begins here on LTPS TV. The Cardinal Sports Network showing you Varsity Girls Lacrosse as Lawrence takes on Hamilton High West. We're joining the game already in progress due to some technical difficulties. Currently, Lawrence is leading with a score of 2-1. And, well, let's just make that 3-1. As Lawrence puts another one in the net. Couldn't quite make out who that was, but Lawrence is off to a fantastic start here. This is the first home game of the season for LTPS TV. Lawrence off to a good start. Here we go with face-off here in the center. Ball is up and loose, and Hamilton West will pick it up. Pass toward the center. They'll drive down the field. Hamilton running the ball. There's a pass. Moving the ball across the field. Whistle on the play. Get things restarted here. We apologize for the troubles with the camera. I promise you it'll get better. And play should resume here momentarily. Looks like Lawrence will be coming away with the ball on this one. And it was a goal by Hamilton West, bringing our score now Lawrence 3, Hamilton 2. Close game so far. The Hamilton girls giving close chase to Lawrence. There's the next face-off. The ball goes flying, and once again, Hamilton will pick up the ball. Pass over towards the center. Ball is dropped and picked up by Lawrence. Now Lawrence driving down the field, heading straight toward the goal. That's number 17, Victoria Weaverwitz with the ball. And they'll pass it over into the far corner. I believe that's Sarah Zoll over there, number 14. Pass back towards the center. She'll bring it around toward the front of the net. Pass goes over the intended receiver. Picked up by Lawrence. And Weaverwitz in the center. She'll pass it over and back again. Now pass back towards center. Defense is there. Lawrence looking for a way through the Hamilton defense, who have been pretty effective here so far. And shot was deflected. That was Sarah Berardi who took the shot on goal for Lawrence. Now Hamilton will take possession of the ball. Short pass, hits the ground but picked right back up again. Longer pass up the sideline, also gets away. It's rolling toward the sideline and out of bounds. Lawrence with the ball now, driving up the sideline, heading towards the goal. Play is blocked by Hamilton, taken away. Ball dropped, getting very physical in there. And the refs feel the same way. That will give possession back to Hamilton. Hamilton will pass the ball, dropped on the field, up in the air and recovered by Hamilton. Across to center, the pass is over the intended receiver's head, taken away by Lawrence. Lawrence will drive down the field. Hole in the middle, she's going for it, gets across.
Good save.
And shot by Sarah Zoll is deflected by the goalie. By the way, playing goal for Hamilton West is Shannon Hood. Shot goes wide. Hood coming under fire here from Lawrence. Lawrence still with the ball. Moving it in towards the middle. Pass to center. And a drive in by Madison Miller. Goes past the net. You get it back out towards center. Shot by Sarah Berardi does not go in, and Hamilton West will come away with the ball. They'll take it up towards center field. Taken away by Lawrence. Lawrence driving in towards the net. Cross, and the shot is no good. Nice play there, just didn't quite get it in. And there's a goal by Lawrence. That looked like Lauren Joyden who got that one. Bring the score now to Lawrence 4 versus Hamilton West with only 2. Still a close game, but Lawrence starting to pull away a little bit. Getting ready for the face-off. There's the ball up in the air. Lawrence will swat it in the direction they want to go. Picked up by Lawrence. Drive right down the field. And an immediate goal by Victoria Weberwitz.
Come on, defense!
Weberwitz just got a hold of that ball, ran right down the field, and shot it past the goalie. Score now 5-2 with Lawrence leading over Hamilton West. Here on the Cardinal Sports Network. You're watching LTPS TV. That's Lawrence Township Public Schools television network, where we're bringing you the finest in girls varsity lacrosse action. Hamilton with the ball. They'll advance it towards the Lawrence goal. Whistle on the play. Hamilton will restart the play. Pass over towards the left side of the field. Working the corner. Cross back towards center. Pass gets away. Loose ball on the field. Recovered by Hamilton West. Pass almost deflected by Lawrence, but manages to get through. And the pass in towards the goal. Now a little bit of running action over in the corner. Whistle on the play, and Hamilton will still have possession of the ball. Pass by Hamilton. Back again. Lawrence defense making it tough on Hamilton. Shot on goal does not go in, deflected by the goalie. Picked up and cleared by Lawrence. Lawrence will gain possession on the far sideline, running it down the field. Hamilton giving chase, finally getting there. Now Lawrence the pass towards center, up the middle, and shot on goal is good for Lawrence by Madison Miller, number 10 on your screen. Lawrence starting to really take possession of this game with the score now 6-2 as Lawrence leads over the Hamilton West Hornets. You may be admiring the beautiful field the girls are playing on today. This is the new turf field that was opened up just at the tail end of football season this year, being used for many sports. Takes less maintenance and looks beautiful. And the girls are taking full advantage of it today. Whistle will stop the play. Lawrence will restart the action. Pass towards the middle. Not complete. Picked off by Hamilton West. They'll run it up the field. Looking for a pass here as the Lawrence defense starts to swarm her. Ball gets away. Loose ball. Swatted out and picked up by Lawrence. Lawrence now on the attack. They're heading down towards the Hamilton West goal again.
Stay on her!
Ball's off in the corner. And Lawrence will be bringing it back into play. There's a pass by Lawrence. Pass over towards center. Couldn't quite get a stick on that one. He recovers the ball, pass it back in towards the middle. Pass is deflected by Hamilton. Loose ball. See who comes up with it, and it'll be Hamilton West with the ball now. Whistle will stop that play. Hamilton should be continuing with the ball. There goes Hamilton running down the field. Ball gets away. See who comes up with that one. And it's Hamilton recovering the ball. Pass up the field and breakaway heading for the goal. And that is a goal by by Hamilton West. I'm sorry. That looked like it was Melanie Mira who scored for Hamilton West. She's been a tough player for the Hamilton team today. Getting back to that turf field, it rained all day yesterday and most of last night, yet the field is ready for action. No mud at all. Something nice to be said for the improved field here. Several of the other events scheduled for today had to be canceled because of muddy field conditions, but events on the turf field still taking place. And here goes a second attempt at the face-off. Ball is picked up by Hamilton West. They'll advance the ball down the field. Drop it back, try and set something up. And a little bit of a charge there. That will turn the ball over to Lawrence. Lawrence will now restart the play with a run down the field, heading towards the Hamilton goal. Pass over toward midfield. Now a drive up the center. And she'll go past the goal, pass it out towards center, and shot. That was Lauren Jordan again, scoring another goal. As Lawrence continues to build up their runaway lead, as Hamilton West struggles to compete. Score now 6-3 with a little under 10 minutes of play left in this first half.
I know your outfit looks good and everything, but it's cold out there.
Making sure everybody's ready to go. And we'll have another face-off. There goes the ball up in the air. Fielded by Lawrence, who will run it toward the Hamilton goal. Quick cut back towards the center. And pass, gets away. Loose ball on the field. Recovered by Lawrence. Lawrence now moving in toward the goal. Pass back around behind the goal. Now out in front. And goal by Lawrence. Couldn't quite make out who that was. But Lawrence is steadily pulling away here with the score now at 8-3. Lawrence dominating play here on the Cardinal Sports Network. You're watching LTPS TV. That's Lawrence Township Public Schools Television Network. Ready for another face-off. Ball goes up in the air and swatted down the field. See who comes up with that one. Lawrence will field the ball, head in towards the goal. Now around behind the goal, picked up, pass towards center. Shot is deflected.
I was up for more of that if they sent a trainer, somebody to...
Stopped by the goalie. Been a tough game so far for Shannon Hood in goal for Hamilton West. She's come under fire quite a lot from the Lawrence team. Hamilton now resumes play. They'll go running up the field, see if they can get through the Lawrence defense. Oh, bit of a stumble there.
Thank you.
Ball returned to Hamilton West, and they'll restart play. Ref making sure that they've got plenty of room to restart the action. There's a short pass by Hamilton. Driving up the center, weaving through the defense. That time couldn't get through. Almost went down on her own, but managed to get a pass off. Now Hamilton outside the circle, trying to work it around, see if they can find a hole in the Lawrence defense. Pass gets away. Call is made to give the ball back to Hamilton West. They'll give her a little bit of room to restart the action. There's a pass toward the far right corner. Gets away from the Hamilton player, but she recovers the ball. Looked like there may have been a little bit of contact on the hand there. Purely accidental. Play will resume with Hamilton West still in possession of the ball. Here's a pass. Looking for somewhere to go with the ball. Short pass. Long pass in towards the goal. Running around behind the goal. And she drops it. Ball taken away by Lawrence. Stopped by Hamilton. Whistle on the play. Lawrence will continue with the ball as they get the ball out of the Lawrence goal area. Almost got away there, recovered quite nicely. Pass towards center gets away. Loose ball on the field, picked up by Lawrence. Pass down the field. Now driving in across the center. And Sarah Zoll with a goal for Lawrence. Lawrence continues to extend their lead, now a score of 9-3 here on the Cardinal Sports Network. Great way to start off the spring sports season here on LTPS TV. And we'll go into halftime with a score of 11-3. You are watching LTPS TV. Coming back from halftime, there's the face-off. Score still 11-3 as Lawrence has dominated this game the first half. And they pick up right where they left off. Another goal there by Lawrence. Makes it 12-3. Exciting action here on the turf field. The sun's come out. It's looking like a nice, beautiful day as the storm clouds all move out of the area. Hamilton comes away with the ball. A little bit of contact. Lawrence ends up with the ball. And drops it. In case you hadn't caught it, now that we're in the second half, Lawrence is driving towards the goal on the left instead of the goal on the right. And there they went, heading for the goal. Trying to see if they can get through the Hamilton defense and put it in the net once again. I'm sure the Hamilton coach had some words of advice for their players during the halftime break. We'll see if maybe they can step up their play a little bit. Whistle will stop the play. And Hamilton will regain possession of the ball. There goes the pass.
Amber.
Hamilton moves it across the center line. And the ref felt there was a little too much physical action going on there. Hamilton attempted a pass, blocked by Lawrence, now taken away. Number 13, Cassidy Carroll, running down the field with the ball. Now she'll pass it off to the left. Drive up the middle, now forced wide. As Lauren Joyden with the ball, circles around and puts it in for another goal. Shannon Hood getting quite a workout in goal today for the Hamilton West team. Madison Wingirter in goal for Lawrence had a pretty uneventful day. 3 goals, enough to make mention of, but compared to what's going on at the other end of the field, she's not had to do a whole lot. Hamilton moving the ball around. Trying to see if they can find a way around or through the Lawrence defense. Something they haven't been able to do very many times today. Fancy footwork there. Pass over towards the middle. And taking their time to see about setting something up here. Moving in a little closer. And a little bit of action behind the ball. Hamilton will resume play. And a drive right up the middle. No shot. Passed back out. Hamilton maintaining possession of the ball quite nicely right now. Lawrence applying pressure. Aborted run towards the goal. Pass in towards the middle, gets away, and fielded quite easily by Madison Wingirter. Lawrence comes away with the ball. They'll pass it up the field. Another pass as they make great advances toward the Hamilton goal. Defense slows the advance down. And some nice footwork getting through there. Loses ball, recovers it nicely. Now Lawrence working the ball around, trying to penetrate the Hamilton defense. Series of short passes. Ball gets away. Recovered by Lawrence. Pass around behind the net. And a setup in the middle, but failed to connect. And Shannon Hood gets a stick on one of the attempts finally. Whistle will return the ball to Hamilton possession as they move the ball out of their goal area and head down towards the Lawrence goal. Ball gets loose, recovered by Hamilton. Drop back pass. Now once again waiting to see what kind of plays can be set up. And whistle on the play. That's Melanie Mira, number 11 for the Hamilton West. She's perhaps been having the best game of any of the girls on the Hamilton team today. And refs didn't like that move, so Hamilton will get the ball back. Hamilton with the ball. Pass gets dropped but recovered quickly. Now drop back and cross it over towards the middle of the field. Back towards this side. Now back towards the middle again. Pass towards this side, gets away from the Hamilton player, but recovered quite quickly. And a bit of a pushing call there on Lawrence. That will give the ball back to Hamilton. Mira tends to slow things down for the Hamilton offense, waiting for opportunity rather than running herself ragged, hoping for opportunity. Here she comes around the front and in for a goal. First goal of the second half for Hamilton, as Melanie Mira adds to her total for the game. Now we'll go back to center for a face-off. Up in the air it goes. Still loose, as both teams fighting for possession. A little too much fighting, and that will turn the ball over to Hamilton. Hamilton resumes play. Lawrence quickly there on the defense. Loose ball. Picked up by Hamilton. Hamilton will resume the play anytime now. There it goes. Pass. Now once again, Mira slowing down the play. She'll pass it over to the near side. Back out, and pass gets away for a moment, but quickly recovered. Over towards the middle. Into the center. Ball almost taken away by Lawrence, recovered by Hamilton.
You cannot check like that.
And whistle on the play. Hamilton will retain possession of the ball.
Okay, yeah, just saw the text. Yeah, okay, all right, thank you.
There's a shot on goal deflected and will roll out of bounds. Hamilton brings the ball back in. Cross to the center, but unable to put it in. And a whistle on that play. Hamilton testing the Lawrence defense here. But Lawrence will resume play as goalie Madison Wernziger will pass the ball out to the far sideline. Quick run up the sideline for another pass. Lawrence advances the ball into the Hamilton West end of the field.
Good job, girls.
Loose ball and a whistle on the play. I believe Hamilton will have possession of this ball. And there's the resumption of play. Hamilton running the ball toward the middle of the field now.
Katie, keep going. Oh, Mel.
Pass is incomplete, picked up by Lawrence.
Stay on her, Mel. Get that
Another
back.
short pass by Lawrence, and Lawrence will advance the ball back across the midfield line. Now crossing towards the middle of the field, driving straight down the middle, and a shot on goal. And Lauren Jodoin will score yet another goal for Lawrence, as she really showed some moves there, running down the length of the field, crossing through the defenders and putting it right past the goalie into the goal. There's the face-off. This time Lawrence gets the ball, and they're right back on offense. Working the ball slowly down the field. Series of short passes. There goes another pass. And another pass. Back and forth they go. They slip through a couple of defenders before they go back to passing back and forth. There's a drive in towards center. And Sarah Zoll goes down. Right back up again. You notice Zoll has a leg brace on one leg. She actually had some medical treatment done over the summer. Didn't let that stop her from playing a full season of girls varsity basketball, and now here she is on the field playing for the girls lacrosse team. Shot is blocked by Hamilton goalie. Ball recovered by Lawrence. Lawrence moving in towards scoring position, around behind the net. Pass to the middle. And there it is, another goal by Lauren Jodoin. Lawrence continuing to fill the net with balls as they run away with this game. Score now 15-4. Little over 10 minutes left on the clock. And there's the face-off. Loose ball. Picked up by Hamilton. Wild pass down the field. Hamilton will hustle down there, try and gain possession, and they do. Only for a moment, as it's still loose. Now Lawrence with possession of the ball. Heavy defense by Hamilton in the Lawrence side of the field. Hamilton trying unsuccessfully to contain Lawrence down by the Lawrence goal. Lawrence now in another breakaway. Pass to the left side. Now back behind the goal. And a whistle on the play. Lawrence will resume action here. And shot is deflected wide. Out of bounds on Hamilton. Lawrence will bring the ball back in. Pass behind the net. Back out towards the mouth of the goal, cross to center, and shot is good. Goal by Sarah Zoll, number 14, as Lawrence continues to rack up the points. Score now 16-4, as Lawrence leads over the Hamilton West Hornets here at the Lawrence Cardinals turf field. Face-off sends the ball straight up in the air. Tipped away by Hamilton and picked up by Hamilton. Pass down the field as Hamilton advances towards the Lawrence goal. Working the ball around a little bit. And whistle will stop the play. Play resumes. Hamilton will move the ball around.
Do something, girl.
Now looking for something. Pass in towards the middle, gets away and collected by Lawrence, but Lawrence can't hold on to it either. Picked back up by Hamilton. And a little bit too aggressive on the defense there. That will return the ball to Hamilton. Hamilton working the ball around the outside, trying to find some way to penetrate the Lawrence defense. Cross back in towards the top. Now a drive towards the middle. Called off and pass back out again. Hamilton working the ball around the outside of the defense, trying to draw Lawrence out of position. Hasn't been working so far, but they're still trying. Hamilton a longer pass toward the middle. And it looked like number 11, Melanie Mira, was going to go in for another attempt on goal, but she ran into a wall of Lawrence defenders. This time she'll get an unobstructed attempt and a restart. Shot is rejected. Loose ball in the backfield, picked up by Hamilton West. And Hornets once again looking for a way through the defense. Pass is picked off by Lawrence. Player almost went down there, but managed to recover and keep right on going. Good run by Sarah Berardi there. Trying to pass the ball down the field. And around behind the goal. Lawrence working the ball around again. Player ended up on the ground there, but none the worse for wear. And referee's going to move one of the Hamilton players a little further away after that contact. Loose ball picked up by Lawrence. Lawrence working the ball around behind the net. Cross back to the other side. Now out towards the middle. And shot on goal is good by Victoria Weibowitz. Weibowitz has been having a very good game here today. Advances the score. Lawrence 17 to the Hamilton West score of 4. Complete runaway by Lawrence today. Bodes well for the rest of the season as the Cardinals are just getting started in their spring lacrosse season. There goes the ball up in the air. And finally collected by Hamilton West. Hamilton taking a slower approach to the game. Pass in towards the goal, and it's a goal for Hamilton. That was number 20, Addie Nani, scoring a goal. Here on LTPS TV, Lawrence Township Public Schools Television Network. Signs of life from the Hornets as the score now 17-5. 2.5 minutes to play left. They'd have to go on a real scoring spree to get back into this game. And Lawrence doesn't look like they're going to let that happen. In fact, Lawrence may add to their total as they go driving down the field towards the Hamilton goal again. And right behind it as they'll pass around the back. Ball tipped back and collected by Hamilton. Hamilton advancing the ball away from their goal. Run down the sideline. Ball gets away. Now we've got both players going after the ball, more players joining in, and the ref will put a stop to that before anybody gets hurt. Lawrence will restart with possession. Ball gets away. Recovered by Lawrence, but not in time. Possession will now go to Hamilton West. Just over a minute of play left. The Hornets with possession of the ball. And they're advancing it down the near sideline. Lawrence keeping them wide, however, not allowing them to get in towards the middle of the field. Passing it around the outside of the defense circle. Oh, and there was a broken play. Looked like Melanie Mira was trying to penetrate and ran into a wall of defenders. Ball was taken away by Lawrence. Hamilton regained possession, and they're still on the attack, but having a very difficult time getting through that Lawrence defense. Clock is counting down. 17-5 and 15 seconds left in the game. Hamilton will restart with possession.
3 seconds.
Mira with a shot on goal, and it's good just in time to beat the buzzer. No good for winning the game, however, as Lawrence will take the victory with a final score of 17-6 over the Hamilton West Hornets. Thanks to our camera operator, Aries Rodriguez, and thanks to all of our viewers for tuning in to another episode of the Cardinal Sports Network.